What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. I'm a little bit behind tonight. I've been tired. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago from a nap because I was at a wedding yesterday and I had to people for a little bit and it took a lot out of me. So let's just let's just hop on to the sponsors real quick and we'll say hello to them. If you require a quality ball python, there's nowhere else to go but my boy Shamir and Cassie, who's pregnant right now, who's about to fucking drop at Royal Black Balls. Okay, they're New York guys, or a New York couple. I love Shamir, and you guys already know he's my traveling buddy. If you need solid ball python business advice, join Chimera's fucking Patreon, man, because apparently they're fucking crushing it over there. And a bunch of new breeders and old breeders alike have basically revamped their breeding plans for 2023 because of Patrick and Andre. So go fucking join their Patreon. Go hit them up. They are also quality ball python breeders, and really, I would say that they're top five in the country right now. They're just fucking killing it. Go visit Chimera. If you need a quality ball python, there is no place other to go than Gray Family Snakes. If you need pied and axanthic, that's a big deal over there. They have a big that they're big in that project, and they're going to fucking Africa to help people find water or something. I don't fucking know, or help people's eye care. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, but they're going to fucking Africa for like a month. I don't know when, but apparently they're in the packing stages right now. So good luck in Africa and don't get AIDS, please. Just saying. All right. TBN Reptiles, honestly, if you need a quality hognose, there is nowhere else better to go than my boy Nick Markham over at TBM. He was just at a show this weekend and fucking killed it. I don't know if he was in Slidell or some other, uh, some other Repticon on the East. I don't know. The guy fucking kills it all the time, and he's a great fucking dude. We've had many late night conversations while he was driving his truck, and I fucking love the guy. All right, so Nick Markham, everybody go friend him or follow him or whatever the fuck you kids do. My man Shane, gonna be seeing him in about 2 weeks. I'm heading on down to Tennessee to hang out with the small town exotic CEO and Bree Barham and Brittany Gobble and a couple other people. We're gonna go to that local Tennessee show. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna do some dinners and shit like that. If you need a quality ball python, there is nowhere else to go than Shane Kelly over at Small Town Exotics. And listen, this space is for rent. There's a little fucking space in the corner there. Okay, contact me if you want to do any sponsorship. And we'll work something out because Chimera combined Capital Reptiles and McKnight Stables. We have the open spot now. So let me know if you guys want that. All right, let's do our random shout outs for all you cunts in the room that just show up to have your name shouted out. Tag Reptiles, he was the first one here. Fucking my boy Glenn. I'm surprised. I thought Glenn would be at Jen Kate's wedding this weekend. Maybe he is. I don't know. But anyway, she's getting married today, I think. Strange Creations. Go see Josh's episode on ball shit that he just did. I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard watch. Okay. But he's definitely shown improvement since he's been on his first 15 minutes of lame. And Josh is a fucking great guy. I still love him. My girl Texoma, Holly, how are you? My partner, fucking Lizard Morphs on the Tuesday night show. Look, we got Shane in here. He was not first, but he's still here. Look, I'll take it. Fucking Blackjack Reptiles. Love you. You're a funny dude, man. We've spent many a message on Instagram. Uh, he's a good guy. Go check out Blackjack Reptiles. We got Mark Curry Reptiles. I think he used to be Constrictor Connection. Um, he's a good fucking dude. Listen, Show Me Kitties is in the building and she is hot as fuck. Okay. Just love when she comes on. Tamathis Reptiles, Tammy, hello, thanks for coming. My boy Uncle Mike, love Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike is a Jen Coghlan fan, so he knows her, and she's gonna be on in about 2 minutes here, and she's fucking incredible. Patricia over at Jurassic Art Royals. Let's see who else do we got here. Tradesman is fucking funny as fuck. Go follow him. Alluring is fucking Ray, Luring Serpents, Ray's fucking killing it. Creative Cora Lopez, he's fucking here every week, man. Fucking love him. He looks like a retired lead singer of the Offspring, but he's fucking cool as shit. Look, Nick is here. Fucking awesome. Constricted and Addicted. I don't know about that name, man. It's like, haven't you ever heard of constriction addiction? I guess, yeah, I guess that's just a grammar way of saying it differently. Sugar Skulls here. I love fucking Kevin. Who else is here? This is different. This guy's different. Sack Exotics. Or is that Sake Exotics? I like Sack better, dude. That's fucking awesome. Let's see. Who else? I'm just trying to get everybody before. All right, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna bring in somebody who is fucking hot as fuck and a reptile keeper that I'm a big fan of because she has really, really, really big boobs. And she showed them off in my shirt and in the Zoom call. Jen Coghlan. Jen doesn't have a reptile company name because Jen is just a fucking keeper. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What are you doing tonight? Besides
nothing. I moved my ass, so I finished all my water changes and cleaning so I could, be all clear for this.
Yeah, what's up though? You're not showing any boob tonight. Which is there we go. All right, I'm gonna say it's like this is a sin.
They're always there.
They're not always there for us though. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So how did we meet? We met in the Zoom call, right?
I found you through your podcast, which I found intriguing, made me laugh, and then I realized you were doing other things, and I ordered a T-shirt, and you thanked me, and I think that's how it started.
Yeah, Jen is one of the few women that ordered a T-shirt that I specifically asked for a picture from. So, I mean, most of the people that buy it, I'm just like, yeah, send me a picture if you want. But Jen was like, I told Jen, I'm not sending you a T-shirt until you promise me that.
Yeah, went. Yeah.
So,
like,
okay. And then Jen sent me a picture of her in the T-shirt in bed. So fucking,
was that? Yeah, either bed or couch. I don't know.
That was the thing to do. Now you don't. You're not a breeder. Why are you here?
Because your Zoom call was you said for keepers, so I keep things.
No, you do keep things. Do you have aspirations to be a breeder?
I think about it, but I would never be able to part with anything. Like I'd have a hard time unless it was, people that I knew from the hobby. I guess maybe I would trade or something, but I can't just give up a baby animal without a background check and, I don't know.
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
It would be.
Right. Yeah, you'll never be a successful breeder then.
No.
All right.
No.
Because fucking the way
hold back, and then we would have a problem.
Yeah, when you're a breeder, you have to ship out your animals to any piece of shit that fucking has a couple $100.
No, I couldn't do it. I could not.
Well, and you have a day job, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
What do you do?
Well, I mean, fortunately, I guess, but unfortunately.
Oh, that's such a kept woman kind of answer,
Well, it pays the
Yeah, I
bills,
have
but it
to
doesn't
work,
really
you know.
fulfill me.
Mm. Well, what do you do?
I work for an insurance agency that um, works with commercial contractors like street and road guys. So when everybody's cursing trying to get somewhere and is delayed because of construction, those are my guys.
Those are your
Sorry,
guys. Okay.
those are my
All
guys.
right. All right. So basically, your job is to annoy people.
Well,
And
to protect the people that annoy you.
oh, all right. So if I
Yeah,
were to run over one of these construction dudes because they put up 200 cones when it wasn't necessary,
yeah.
you would,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
hear
would.
about it. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Now, 25 animals, right?
Give or take. Yeah,
Okay. 25 animals plus two cats. So 25 reptiles plus
yeah,
two cats, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What got you into the reptiles?
Um, I'd always had something as a kid. My brother and I would, catch something and keep it terribly. I'm sorry to every animal we didn't take
Yeah,
care
but
of back in the day.
you're in Jersey though. Well, like what kind
Yeah.
of reptiles are you looking for?
I
And
mean, my friends and I would catch a garter snake every now and then and like put it in a bucket and thinking, we're going to keep it and it would escape or something. But, we would catch frogs, um, stupid stuff like those anoles they give out at carnivals. And
right. Oh, the
I had,
disposable ones? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I had a Euromastix in college.
Mm.
She was pretty cool, but yeah,
Oh,
so I
so you're
always
one
had
of those,
something.
yeah, you're one of those people that are like, I will catch a frog and I will keep it in a mayonnaise jar and I will put a leaf in there so I can replicate its surroundings.
Slightly better than that, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Slightly better.
What was the first reptile that you bought that you still have?
The first that I still have. The first one I paid for was my ball python, but then weather hit, so I got a corn before her.
Okay, so you bought a bell on Morph Market.
Well, it was through one of my friends from high school who's a breeder. So,
Okay.
but he does have a morph market. But yeah, I went behind the scenes. And
Do you want to shout him out or no?
I don't even know if it's Sideshow Serpents, Tom Snyder. I don't know if he's still active or not.
Oh, get out of here. He's a ball python breeder that may not still be active.
I don't know. He goes back and forth where he's like, maybe this is not my calling. Maybe it is, but he's a
Yeah,
good
I
dude.
got news for all you ball python people. It is not your calling. Okay.
Calling.
It is not. But you have 10 now, ball pythons, right?
Yeah.
And you sure there's not a little thing in the back of your head that's like, maybe I could quit my job and I could make $2 million off these ball pythons.
Oh no, because I watch what everyone else goes through. I know that that's not happening.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel for you guys.
It's rough.
It
It's
is
rough.
rough. I see the expos are just like there's thousands of them. Like
Yeah.
how do you move them?
Well, and that's something too that as a keeper, as just a keeper, you went to Tinley this year.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
last year, yeah, I went October.
or last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Overwhelming. Like it was packed to the point where like it was great, but you couldn't spend any time. You couldn't really talk to anybody about what they had. You couldn't see everything that was on the tables. You had people pushing and pulling. So, it was kind of like rapid fire. So,
And you drove out there from Jersey, right?
yeah.
Will you ever do that again?
Probably because my fiance loves to drive. He will drive. He'd probably drive to Arlington. I've been trying to get him to agree to go to Arlington in September. And he's like, we could do it. We could drive it. And I'm like, well, I won't drive it. I mean,
Well,
maybe I'll.
technically, yeah, you could drive it, but
He
Arlington's
loves it.
like 25 hours away
He
from
loves
Jersey.
it. He loves a road trip. And I'm
How old is your fucking fiance?
46.
And he still loves fucking road trips? That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I get antsy, like
Well,
hour two
especially
and a half.
when it would be cheaper just to buy a fucking plane ticket.
But he loves to see the America. He loves stopping at these hole in the wall restaurants and seeing like the world's biggest ball of twine and whatever else we can find along the way, which
That is not cool, man. I would guess you would just drive down to Florida and then make a right?
I
Um,
guess, yeah.
oh fuck that. Jesus Christ, that's fucking crazy. And while you were at Tinley, something happened.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't
Yes.
you tell
I I missed my own marriage proposal.
me?
He's completely over my head. I had said a while back, and no offense to him, I don't really know what he listens to when I'm spouting whatever I'm spouting at the time. But I said, if you're ever going to propose, I don't want a ring. I want a blood boa, and I want one from Vin Russo. So I guess he actually paid attention to that, and he's taller than I am. So in that crowd, he hunted down Vin in his booth and bought me $8,000 blood boa, but didn't say anything. Like, didn't get down on one knee and be like, with this snake, will you
He
nothing.
he was probably just trying to be nice, and then he realized after he bought it, he was just like,
Maybe.
"Fuck!
Oh
Now
my
I'm
God, he
fucking engaged
bamboozled
now."
himself. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably
yeah, he might have. Oh,
shit.
that's Plus, he got away with so much better a deal if that was his intention, right? Because a ring
Yeah.
would cost a fuck of a lot more.
I'm not a jewelry girl.
Yeah, you don't seem like one, right?
Yeah.
So when you started talking about the wedding after he got you the snake, was he like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Oh no, opposite. After we were done with the expo, he wanted to go find an Italian beef sandwich. So I'm flipping through seeing where to get him at lunch, and he's like, "Well, are you going to tell everybody?" And I'm like, "Oh, no one really cares about the reptiles we got. No, whatever." Like, and he's like, "No, you're gonna tell them that we're engaged?" And I was like, "We're what now? What?"
Oh man,
Yeah.
it would have been great if you would just be like, "No," right? That's all I'm
I
doing. I'm actually moving out when we get home. All right. So
yeah, I was like, we're who now? What? He's like, yeah, you said that if I was going to propose, I would get you the snake, and I got you the snake. You accepted the snake. I don't understand what you don't understand. I'm like, are you telling me I missed my own proposal?
that would be great if you were just like, "Oh, you took me seriously?" Like fucking, that was not.
Oh, that would have been
What
awkward.
would be even better is if you put the fucking snake up on Morph Market tomorrow.
Oh no! The funny thing is, she hates me. She hates me.
Yeah, she's one of those.
Oh
Right.
yeah. I mean, I
Well,
had her out today, and she didn't bite my face, but so we're making progress.
do you still name all your dumb animals?
I do name every single dumb animal. Yes.
Ugh, what are you doing? You're fucking killing me. You know they don't have ears, right? They can't hear you,
I
right?
know.
All right.
Well, I don't call them and expect them to come, but I gotta tell them apart.
What made you you got 25 snakes, but you got like a couple other geckos and lizards and shit like that,
Yeah, I
right?
have a leopard gecko and 2 tarantulas.
Oh. Why are you just into this creepy shit? Are you like were you like Wednesday growing up?
Yeah.
From the
Oh yeah.
Adams family?
No.
Were
Yeah.
you
I mean, my friends wanted to go see New Kids on the Block when we were little, and I was asking my parents to take me to Ozfest. So I mean, it started very young.
asking your parents to take you to Ozfest? Yeah, you probably would have been the cool kid if you
I
showed up with your mom and dad.
yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And there's no intention of breeding?
Not.
There has to be a little bit.
I mean, I've always wondered. I wonder if something cool would pop out, but then like I said, I'd be like, okay, well, now I have to find spots for 6 more babies.
Right. Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Do you keep everything in display tubs or do you
I've
keep
got
everything in
everything. I've
racks?
got PVCs. I keep the young ball pythons in a rack until I know their personality. I know how they eat. It's easier just to keep the temperatures and the humidity. I've got sterilite tubs. I've got I mean, once we move, God help me, that's a nightmare. I'll have a whole room that I can deck out with full
Yeah,
on.
well, you're moving soon, right? Because we were
I
talking
think
like a month ago.
Jesus H. Uh, it's a horrible experience. So I'm sorry for anyone that has had to ever hunt for a house. God damn, it's horrible.
Mm. Yeah, well, are you looking in Jersey or are you going more south?
Yeah, like West Jersey, like almost into Pennsylvania, where
Right,
the taxes are lower and you can have some land and you get a little bit more for your money.
right.
Um, he'd like to go out into Pennsylvania, but every single family member and everyone I've grown up with and love is Jersey, so I don't necessarily want to be too far.
Right.
So it's a struggle.
Yeah, you're Jersey though without really the Jersey accent.
Well, see, you told me I had the accent, so I don't
Yeah, but
know.
I'm realizing that it's not
Not
as
prevalent.
prevalent tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't sound like what's a Snooky?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, yeah, fucking
I mean, good for her. She's made her way in the world as best she could, but thank God.
yeah, no, you don't really sound like that. So plus you don't sound too Jersey. Um but now would you have to get a new job if you moved out to Pennsylvania?
Not unless I wanted to. They're pretty. I've been there for so long that they'd probably let me go remote
Right.
as many days as I wanted to, but I don't want to do that full time. I kind of like being around your colleagues and talking stuff out and,
Oh, that's the
leaving the
worst.
house. I
Yeah.
mean, once in a while.
No, no, that's the worst. Look what happened to
But
me yesterday. I left the house for 4 hours and I almost
you
had to
hated it.
sleep all day today. Yeah. Mm, every fucking second of it. Um,
That's not to say though that if we found like the best house ever and it's a big piece of land and I get a donkey and a couple goats and then maybe I don't want to leave the house anymore.
you get a donkey. Is that on the wish list?
Yes.
Fucking donkey? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They act like guard dogs. So they'll
Oh,
fight
they
off.
really don't though. I
Well,
mean,
well, I'd like to think they do. Because
yeah, well,
I
I
need to
don't.
keep that going if we're gonna get the donkey. It's gonna help protect the
Oh,
property.
okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So basically you spend your life just tricking your fiance. That's really the
That's
kind of
it,
pattern that I'm seeing here.
mm, that's a strong word. This trick.
Yeah. This
Uh,
trickery is a
this
strong word,
this
Chris.
this is an ugly word you use. This trick.
Oh, okay. Well, you had said something to me the other day when we were talking about you worrying about you not being interesting enough for this show. And as long as you look good, just so you know, you don't have to be interesting on this show at all. Okay.
No,
But
you gotta have something to say.
no, I'll handle all the stuff to say.
Oh,
You just
all right.
sit there and look good. Okay. Fucking.
Okay.
But you had said I can't talk about being a breeder because I just keep, so I get to just sit back and enjoy the circus.
Yeah.
Do you keep up with all with the circus acts that is the reptile hobby?
I mean, from the outskirts, I guess. I see the aftermath when people are already upset at each other. I don't necessarily, follow so closely that I know what happened, but I don't know. It just seems to be I don't know. I guess with any hobby or group of people or like community at all, you're gonna have discourse, right? You're gonna have someone
Look,
who says something that pisses somebody off, or
you don't have to be nice. Oh, you heard the Jersey there, pissing somebody off, right?
off.
You don't
Can't
have to
fix
be
it over
nice here. You
coffee.
could basically you could basically call out the shit. Um, have you kept up on like the drama that happened in the first 2 months of the year?
In terms of what? Pinpoint.
Bullying and racism.
Like globally or
No, not globally. What the like globally? Like what?
like it's like a pandemic now, isn't it?
Jesus Christ! You're responsible for insurance or for of fucking construction workers? No, not globally. Okay, just within the hobby. Like, do you listen
No,
to any podcast or no?
Lately, no. I'm gonna say I have not been keeping up at like I usually do. So if I probably don't know about all the bullshit that's going on,
Okay.
which maybe is better. I don't know.
It probably is better, right? I
Yeah,
mean, because if there were no podcasts, the drama would be kept constrained, right?
yeah.
It wouldn't be fucking blurted out into the whole community.
I mean, I thought you were the most controversial, but I find you
I
delightful.
was, but a couple other people have fucking left me in the dust. Uh,
Oh,
and until 2 weeks ago when that fucking Australian decided to shit on the purple people, but fucking whatever, I'm not mad. But it's it is what it is. Uh,
oh, I love Luke.
and you're if you had a logo, would you have turned it purple?
Um, yeah, but I get the point too. Like the
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right. Well, all right. Thank you for showing up, everybody. But
but like I we mentioned before, like I also am connected to cancer charities, and I like solidarity. I There's nothing wrong with it, and like I heard about Brian, and I was heartbroken, but I'd be heartbroken for anybody I heard about. So, I'm not opposed to it at all. I mean, but I also give to cancer research, so I get both sides. Like just turning something a color. I mean, it's great. Yeah, let's stand together as a group. But also do your job. Like if
do
you're
your
gonna,
fucking part, right? Yeah,
yeah. No,
that's
I
all
get
we were
that.
asking. But all right, so you're a big Barcheck fan.
Well, I've watched it. I've been watching him for a while. I mean, like when even before I had a lot of reptiles, I'd be like, "Who is this crazy man?" But in a good way. Like he's entertaining, and I know he was. Oh, I mean, maybe villainized in the early days too. I don't know, but I caught him, I guess, on the upswing where I don't know. He seems like a good guy, and he's got a family, and this sucks. It shouldn't happen to anybody. So I have
Right.
no problem supporting anybody who reaches out. But like again, I'm also guilty of whatever I'm aware of is what there's people out there that I have no clue that are suffering. But if it was brought to my attention, then yeah,
Right,
I'll
right.
I'll give whatever I have. It's
Yeah,
just
you
it's
seem
so
like
sensationalized.
you seem like a very impulse person. Like you told me today, you spent $250 on some dumb thing and fucking you were just like, hey, it was in front of me. So I figured why
Well,
not?
that's not exactly true. It was a good cause, and I thought we weren't going to mention it, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna mention it if you told me
Uh,
not to mention it.
okay.
But you all right, all right, the cat's out of the bag now. Sorry. You paid $250,
230.
$230 for a bug.
No, many bugs and fancy bugs, and actually
Oh,
not even bugs. Crustaceans. Isopods are crustaceans. So
so
learn something every day.
roly polies that you could find in
Yes.
your backyard. Yeah,
No,
for
the
that we
fancy
grew
ones
up
that
with.
I can't find in my backyard.
Holy Jesus,
Yeah.
$250. But
30,
it was
30, 30,
$230.
30.
But
That's
it
pretty
was
bizarre.
for the Florida thing, right?
Yeah.
The 36-hour guy
Yeah.
that's doing the live. Okay.
He shaved both of his eyebrows. The kid's trying real hard. I gotta give him some credit.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
Why
he's
would you
without
do that?
eyebrows right now.
Well, why would you do that? I don't even know. I mean, eyebrows grow back eventually, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Steven from Leviathan Snakes shaved an eyebrow when he was in our 15 minutes of lane contest. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that they grow back, but you're gonna look like a fucking moron for
Sometimes they
probably at
grow
least
back
a month or
funny,
two.
so he rolled the dice on that one. But
Oh, yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, okay.
he knew the dangers.
What else have you just spent money on unnecessarily?
Oh,
Well, besides 9 of the ball pythons and probably 2 of the boas and then the
no, I
hoggos.
didn't pay for all of them. Some of them, see, it becomes a problem when you're friends with people that breed, And then you get a text or a call. They're like, I can't get rid of this one. Do you want it? And I was like, oh, you're offering me a baby animal of any sort? Okay. I'll deal with the aftermath
Yeah, but
later.
the baby animal eventually becomes an adult animal.
I know. Yeah, no, I definitely need to. I mean, I said the other day to my beloved intended, I go, if it makes you feel any better, and he stopped me, he said, it doesn't. Whatever you're about to say, it does not make me feel better. But I said the list of what I want is dwindling, so we're almost there.
Oh, sure. Said every fucking engaged woman on the planet. All right. Look at fucking Gerald. We all look stupid at some point, Chris. Dude, I look stupid every fucking day. So fucking calm it down. Um, I mean, I'm not even gonna go there with Gerald because fucking Gerald, for some reason, apparently he was like this really hot guy when he was 20. Okay, but now he looks like he looks now, right? Like fucking, it's just Gerald, But he somehow managed to snag a really fucking hot wife. I'm guessing while he looked the way he looked while he was 20,
Oh,
and she stuck with him. Good for you. You get the you get the award this week for you win the internet, Gerald, because you have a crazy hot wife. And Gerald used to be a stripper, I believe. So fucking, he doesn't fuck around. But he sent me this picture. Never mind. All right, I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna say it. All right.
okay.
Fucking Sack says that it's time to reevaluate the list. I fucking love this guy just on his name alone. Okay, fucking Sack. If he
That's a
breeds ball
word.
pythons, it should have been ball sack exotics. But
Yeah, that would.
whatever. It's still a fucking great name. And look, see, Kitty's wants to see it. She wants to see the picture of Gerald. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't betray the trust that I was fucking shown. But let me tell you something. It's a good picture, and I may or may not have jerked off to it. So he looks that fucking good.
Okay.
So
all right.
Look, Patricia Cooper, why not sack balls? That is correct. Fucking Sack, get in touch with me. I'm gonna put you on 15 minutes, Sack. So fucking DM me on Instagram because I mean that name alone is fucking great. So anyway, so what's the other 5-year plan for what's your husband's name?
Taras. It's Ukrainian.
Taras. See, we always talk about him, but I never knew his fucking name.
Yeah.
That's because the filthy thoughts that I have about you get ruined if fucking your husband then walks.
If you picture his face, it's all weird.
And I saw pictures of him. I mean, he doesn't look like a violent guy. He looks like a guy that would just knock on the door while we're doing filthy things and just pop his head and be like, "What's going on in here?" And then like, "Oh, I'll let you guys finish." Fucking Jen, get me later on. But what does he do for a living?
We work at the same place. That's where we met.
Oh,
So,
really? Was
yeah.
he your boss or?
No. I mean, he probably thinks that he's higher up, assumes that he's high, but no, it's not.
Who gets the run of the household right now? Because you guys don't have any kids, right? So it's just you two?
Yeah, there's no kids. I don't know. I think it's really gonna be interesting when we actually have a real space that we can build together. I'm very interested in like if he's gonna fight me on anything like curtains or tile or I wonder.
Why is he not that guy?
No, he's much neater than I am. He's much more organized. So that's good. I'm excited for that. But I'm wondering how much he'll push back on. I mean, he puts up with a lot. I hope he knows what he's getting into. I mean, like, I leave my socks everywhere. He knows that already. It's like a disease. There's just
Why
socks.
do you leave your socks everywhere?
I don't know. I've done it since I was little. There's just socks everywhere. Like I could just put them in the hamper like a human person. But for some reason, I don't know, I take my socks off and I get distracted. So like in the side of the couch, or, you know, in the bed at the end of the, you know, like, or just in the middle of the kitchen, there's a sock. I find socks everywhere. And like, you know, hair ties everywhere.
I
So
have to interrupt. My boy Chris Sexton just got out of the hospital. Fucking, and he's on the mend. Fucking love Chris. Fucking, he's been a friend of mine and a supporter of mine for years. I remember we were at Arlington together, and you know, Sunday it doesn't open until like 10. So I walk in at around 10 and it still wasn't open yet. So I sit down, and then Chris comes over, and Chris is like, you know, you are the last person I would have expected to see waiting for the show to open and fucking just being out here before you could curse out everybody. So, Chris, I'm glad you're better, man. And I'm glad you're back home. He's just the fucking man. So, anyway, back to your fucking stinky socks being left all over the house.
Well,
Go ahead, tell me. Tell me they don't stink. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, what am I doing in them all day? They stink. I mean, if I were to wear them 2 days in a row, maybe, but I don't do that. So,
yeah, I guess he's hoping that you just take your bra off in every room and just throw it on the side. Like, I'm sure if it was you.
Well, who doesn't do that? Like, ugh, God, those things are horrible. So, like, the minute you can, just gotta. I throw things. I have a habit. I clean constantly, but because I make a mess.
Yeah, but I was going to say you're responsible for the mess, so of course you're going to clean. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Speaking of brasiers, know the size in case I want to buy you one for Christmas.
Oh God. The last one I bought was an F. F like Frank.
F like Frank. And you guys wonder why she's one of my favorites. Okay. Fucking. Did your mom have gigantic boobs too?
No, that my sister and I both do. And we're like, where did this come from? Like nobody was like flat chested, but not to this extreme. I don't know what happened, but my mother was adopted. So there's got to be something we're unaware of floating out
Your
there.
mother was fucking het for big titties.
She was.
Okay? She just didn't know it. So, and then she hit the odds, you know? So, you know, good for her. And also tell your sister to fucking DM me. All right. Okay. So, because if I know anything, I know that 4 is better than 2. Okay. So
that's just good math.
Yeah, no, I know. And is there a plan on shrinking them or no?
I do think about it every once in a while, but I mean, in the only bother that they are right now is like I can't get close enough to the table like at a restaurant, so I spill things in my hair or on myself.
Your boobs hanging down here?
No, but no, like what if you lean, like I don't know, like leaning over, it's awkward. Like I'd start touching the plate. It's a whole thing.
Listen, don't even think about getting a reduction. It's like that's like God giving you a beautiful gift and you kicking God in the balls.
Just kicking them square in the nuts.
Yeah, fucking don't do that. All right.
I guess I would if they start to bother me, like if my back starts to go out.
Come on.
Fucking,
right, you got to take one for the team. All right.
Yeah.
No. And tell Taris there that I'll volunteer to just walk behind you and just hold them up wherever you go.
Hold them up. I'm like, well, great, because I'm tired of doing it myself.
Don't worry, Taris. I got you, man. All right. All right. Enough talk about your boobs, because I know that's not some people's brand, and some people get offended when I fucking talk. All right, let's talk about some compliments I've gotten from you, okay? Which I'm very surprised about. And Jen always comes to my defense when I'm being called a sexist pig and fucking, you know, an arrogant asshole. Tell the world what the fat man means to you.
I don't think you're confident, and you have to be in this realm if you're gonna, you know, be having a podcast and being on YouTube, you have to have some confidence, but I don't think you're arrogant at all. And you promote people that are working their ass off, and you promote women that are working their ass off. Like, that's great. I don't find anything sinister about you at all. And I kind of sad when I hear that someone thinks that you're anything other than genuine.
See, guys, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And you get on special lists that way. And Jen knows what I'm talking about. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I could see where people calling me sexist have some validation because I do things
Yeah, but you're
like,
equally sexist, so doesn't it cancel it out?
yeah, yeah, I guess probably, but who the fuck knows? I don't know. I hate this fucking hobby.
Whatever.
I got to be honest. This hobby is just the worst hobby to get into. So it's like somebody who could be your friend one day, but like this hobby is very welcoming unless you disagree with them. Okay. Then they come at you like fucking a bunch of woke bitches that just will go back. Like I had a problem on Instagram where I posted a hot girl picture or whatever, and people were going back to Facebook posts that I did in 2008. All right, joking about women over 30 in bars and fucking saying that I hate women and I've hated women for 20 years. They tried to Kevin Hart me, man.
Oh,
It's
no.
like they really did. They're like, well, in 2007, he said he really likes sucking on big titties. So he's a piece of shit. And I was like,
and hates women, obviously.
And hates women, yeah. Because believe me, I'm not sucking on some of these guy tits that are fucking, just as big as yours with these fat bastards in this fucking hobby.
That would
but
be
now,
awesome. But I mean, that's your right. If you want, I don't know why.
Now I'm gonna get emails from the fat people saying that I made them uncomfortable because I wouldn't suck on their fucking big old fat man titties. So it's like you can't win. You can't win in this fucking hobby. Tell me what's your be all end all animal? Once you get it, you'll be done with this ridiculous fucking reptile hobby. Man, I'm gonna screenshot that with your mouth wide open like that, just so you know. There we go. There might even be a little animation. Okay, right. With me standing.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Okay. I can't wait.
I'll put it on. Yeah.
We'll use it as a Christmas card this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really want. I'm very into boas lately, and so I have a moon glow, I have a blood boa, I have a sunset, and I really want an IMG. So then I have like every color. I'm very into my retic. I have my Superdorf retic that I'm very into, and I sometimes think maybe I'd want a mainland if I had the space, but I don't know.
Yeah, but with the who'd you get the Superdorf from or the dwarf?
From Garrett.
Right away, you bought from Garrett, right?
I did a lot of research. That was not an impulse buy at all. I mean, yes, I am impulse driven, but not like that. Before I even got my first snake, I researched for like a year before I was like, yeah, all right, I can do a snake. Yeah.
Well, that's just proves the point that I was going to make. Like, you're just a keeper, but you're not a keeper that will buy any fucking Petco animal that runs across your path. You're buying from the good people.
I want to, because I see them and I'm just like, oh, you just want to get the sad monkey out of the dirty cage, but you can't do that. Yeah, no,
you can't do that. You can't save every bearded dragon, and it fucking sucks. But like we were talking in the green room before, if a bearded dragon is missing a leg and is blind, that bearded dragon is probably best off in the freezer. Okay, but there are these people, and look, they tend to be women. Okay, that get a bearded dragon like that, and then they start a GoFundMe page for an operation. They're gonna put a fake leg on it, or they're gonna fucking put a new eye in it so they can at least see out of one eye. And that animal should not be alive. Okay, that's all I'm
I
saying.
haven't come across too many. I mean, I know they're out there, but personally, I haven't come across the people that are, sewing a peg leg onto something or whatever.
Right, right.
But
It's just a ridiculous thing. It's like fucking. There's 20,000 bearded dragons a year that go to various Petcos, right? I mean, most of them are half dead in Petco.
oh, God, they're
You
so
know,
bad. Oh, it's so sad.
but anyway, the point I was making was you go to the better people to get your animals. Like I
Well,
remember
yeah.
telling you, there was a chance I was going to go to Retic Fest, and I was like, yeah, if you want to come with me, you could be my +1. And right away you were like, Garrick, fuck yeah, let's go. You bought one of your boas from Vin Russo.
Yeah.
You're going to these top people.
Right.
I mean, except for your ball pythons with this fucking jagoff that's still not in business. But fucking, but other than that, yeah. So the animals that you have are quality animals.
Oh yeah, I have my Borneo short tails from Bill Stiegel. He's another.
Okay, from Dr. Bill. Yeah. Yeah, no, Dr. Bill is awesome, man. Fuck, I love Bill.
Yeah.
We're at his house the night before Arlington, and he's probably one of the better guys. It's funny because there were a bunch of like hot shots there, and Bill was like, "All right, do you guys want to see snakes?" And they were all like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I'm like, I don't care, right? so we go down to his little outbuilding, and I mean, there's just. I mean, the most amazing animals that you ever saw in there, right?
But he
And I
does
literally
something. He's a wizard. I don't know. Like, if I was ever gonna get a chondro, I would probably go to him. I don't know what he does to them. If he hypnotizes them, I don't know. But they're the best behaved. I don't want to say behaved, but like the calmest animals. Like my short tail's supposed to be ornery, and the thing is like ball python chill. I don't know what he did to it.
Well, the thing is that's what years and years of fucking doing it gets you. I mean, the first chondros that we had, I remember we were in Prehistoric Pets over there at Jay's place, right out in California, and my girlfriend was holding a green tree, and you could tell it wanted to bite her, right? So I just walked up to her and I just ran my finger down the back of the tail, right, and that motherfucker just bit her. Right. I mean, as soon as I touched it, it fucking bit her, right? And it was so skittish and fucking but so we had two of those, and yeah, of course they were wild caught, but now I mean, Bill's everything's bred there, at Bill's place. And he has some of the best animals I've ever seen. But not only does he have the best animals that I've ever seen, but I literally spent 5 minutes in the actual building. I was just like, yeah, that's great. I'm gonna go out and smoke. And everybody was in there for fucking probably like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I got to take a piss. I'm gonna go back up to the house and piss. And it was so dark, I got lost going back to his house from a building that's maybe 30 yards away from him. Like you could follow the wall, but the wall didn't have any doors in it. And I was like, I don't think this is the wall that I thought it was. And then I finally found a door to the wall and opened it up, and I was at somebody else's fucking house. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, well,
so
no big
but yeah, if you're gonna buy a chondro, buy from Bill, because Bill is the shit. If you're gonna buy a monitor, buy from Mike.
That is something. If I had the room and I could do a setup properly, oh yeah, definitely. A sulfur, I think, from Uncle Mike.
Well, Mike and I are doing a giveaway for the main show where Mike is giving away a Mertens monitor.
Oh geez.
So yeah, fucking throw your name in the hat there. Maybe you get a free.
I can't take one now. I need to have like ample space. Like I need to do these animals properly. I don't want them all sitting in.
Listen, all you need is like a 4x2x2 for this. It's a baby, and that should be good for about a year. and then you
And
got
then
the
it needs
space
its
there.
own bedroom.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's just put it in your
Whatever.
bedroom. It's Uncle Mike, man. How can you not like? I would take a monitor from Uncle Mike.
Oh no,
You know,
definitely.
I
Ow,
would just figure
absolutely.
out a way to get a 6x6 place, cage in my apartment.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
yeah, he's the shit. You met him at Tinley, right?
Yes, he's so sweet.
He is the nicest dude, right?
He
I
really
mean, that dude
is.
is like for a gruff old fucking Wisconsin cement worker. Fucking,
He's
I
real
love Mike.
people.
He is, yeah,
He's just him. He's the same as he is on his little live streams, as he is when you see him out and about. He's great, great, great
dude.
person.
He pulled his own tooth out of his head with a fucking pliers. I was just like, what the fuck, Michael?
Sometimes you have to do that. I
Yeah, he
guess.
is yeah, he's the shit. I love Mike to death, man. I'm hoping to get out to Monitor Fest this year.
Ooh.
Look, Mike even says right here, fucking this is one of the reasons I like him. He could lick his own titties, right? So
Sold.
that's great, Mike.
It's great.
But I'm not gonna lick him. Yeah, this is I just can't do it, man. But who's somebody that you want to buy from that you haven't bought from yet? Man, is it you do a lot of mouth open gestures, huh?
I do.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's making me like you more.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just so you know,
anyone.
all the silence is great for the podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
great. It's great for people watching,
I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I have a good amount of animals right now. There are things that I would want, but I haven't really done the research, so I don't really know. Like if I was gonna get a green tree, I'd go to Bill. If I'm gonna get a monitor, I go to Mike. I've met some really awesome people, like retic people. I've got a bunch to consider if I was ever going to do another retic, but I don't know right now. I don't know what the next. I gotta pace myself because I got a bunch that I gotta. Everybody needs a bigger enclosure and everything, so I gotta bide my time and see what I have room for.
well, how far are you away from getting a new place?
Well, we got to find a freaking house. The market is just on its head right now. Either, the magic of Photoshop. You see these pictures online, you go to see the house, and
Yeah,
it's
dog
not,
shit. Yeah,
it's
fuck
not
yourself.
great.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that. If you find a good one, you have to decide right then. Because there's, you can't even sleep on it because then there's 8 offers and you're in a bidding
Right,
war.
right.
So,
Yeah,
and it's got to make
it,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. Like there was a house across the street from my sister, and she was like, you should buy this house, and I'm like, I am not going to spend 800 grand on a fucking 1,100 square foot house in the
Yeah,
U.
what do you mean?
Like fucking, it's just insane. So if I get anything anywhere, it's going to be like down in Tennessee or Texas or whatever, and I want it to be like I want it to have property, even though I probably won't do anything with the property. I'm not going to get a donkey or anything because I've had horses before and
I had a
I did not
horse.
like it.
Yeah, I had a
You know,
horse.
but I tell everybody my perfect place would be like just like 2 acres. That's all. Like
That's
I'd
what
like
we're
to
looking
be,
for. Yeah.
I'd like to be far enough from my neighbor to where if I have a girl over that's stabbing me, okay,
No one's gonna come help
my
you.
neighbor can't hear me scream.
Yeah, no one's coming for
That's
you.
what I
No
would
one.
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I could get something like that, I'd be fine. But something
Right.
like that here, you're looking at $2 million for 2
Yeah,
acres.
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Is it as bad by you?
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, there's a few that have just missed the mark. But yeah, that's a big thing. Like we don't want somebody right up against us. That's how everything is where, now in the suburbs.
Right.
Like, you can't run out and grab your paper in your pajamas
Right.
because everyone's staring at you. And
Right. Well, they're probably staring at you. I could probably go out in my pajamas and get paid the paper.
That's
And
true. It'd be a
and why are
different
you still
difference.
getting a newspaper? What's up with that?
My I don't get a newspaper. I'm just saying.
It's just gross. I mean, I moved from a 9-acre place where my neighbors were like 500 yards away from me to a fucking 1-bedroom apartment in New York City where my neighbors are never more than 15 feet from me. But
Okay.
like you go upstairs, somebody up there right now walking around. I could hear them. Okay, fucking somebody right behind this wall. I could hear them.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's the worst. It's fucking not cool, man.
I do
Um,
worry though. I do worry. So yeah, we find a place and the neighbors, you can't see them from our house. Great. But what if I'm I don't know, like what if a psycho killer breaks in and it's like the movie thing and I gotta run and pound on someone's door and I don't even know where the neighbor is. Like
yeah, I guess that's the that could be part of the thing.
yeah,
Um,
well, it is a concern.
yeah, I mean, I remember I was banging a chick in Jersey, and she said to me, I spent the night at her house, right? And she fucking said, okay, you gotta sleep on this side of the bed. And I was like, all right. I was like, why? Is that your side of the bed? And she goes, no, because if a murderer came in to try to kill me,
Yeah.
he would get
You
to
slow
you
them down. Yeah.
first,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
does this happen a lot? Like fucking, because if it does, you could probably break your lease. All right. Now,
Right. Yeah. That's
and I was
grounds.
just thinking, like, what is the murderer going to come upstairs, all the way upstairs, come into the room, fucking look in the room and be like, oh, fuck it. She's on the other side. Okay. So
Well, it
fucking,
depends. Is it someone she knows, or is it just some coked out crazy person that just needs to stab anybody? You know,
well, but
you know.
also she had actually used the term rape. If she was gonna rape me, she gets to you first. So I was offended
He's
right
gonna
off
get
the bat.
confused.
Well, the reason I was offended, I was like, you think that I would sleep through a rape? Like, even if he got to you and he was raping you, you think that I would sleep through that? I was like, listen, just
That's
nudge me, man. Just fucking nudge me.
rape
Because,
happening. Hello.
yeah, because if he starts raping me, believe me, I'm gonna
Bigger
nudge you,
problems.
right?
Bigger
I'm just gonna
problems.
be tapping on her shoulder, being like,
Rape
fucking
happening.
do something
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
that. But I wouldn't worry about I mean, think of like what the murderer would have to do. Like he'd have to drive all the way to your place. He'd have to get out of the car. He'd have to fucking walk up the driveway. He'd have to fucking break in. I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you women are always just so self-centered. Like, what if
I
somebody wants to, rape or fucking kill me and I'm home alone? Like, nobody's looking at you like that. Okay,
yeah.
so
I have been told I'm way too old to be like kidnapped or assaulted in any way that they want the younger ones. So I guess
you got listen. You
phased
got
out.
you got F boobs. You are not too old to get kidnapped or
No.
fucking yeah, because you'd have a stalker, right? Like you're capable of having a stalker.
There've been some, but not in a while. So
Well, that's because you're over 40 and they're a little bit lower than they were when you were under
yeah,
40.
everybody
Okay.
needs help. Yes.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right. Well, hopefully your dad's not watching, right? So
He's fine.
we'll see. Yeah. No, it's like he knows. He knows his daughter has big boobs, right? So
Might be his fault. We don't know. We don't know.
yeah, he might have been the one that's had for big boobs.
We don't.
You know?
We have no idea.
So, for the love of God. Okay. All right. Do you even care if people get in touch with you? Do you want to give out your Instagram or whatever?
I don't care. Great. It's Jenny Cogs, JennieCogs, and yeah. I mean, I've made lots of friends. Like, oh, you like snakes too? We can be friends. All right, cool, great.
Listen, 90% of your snake friends look on your Instagram for a picture of you. They find that you're hot and you have big boobs, and they send you a follow. Okay.
Well, then why? Then I'm posting the wrong pictures, I guess.
You are, because I had to dig really deep. All right, fucking. So I'm just saying. The first time I met you, I was like, let me check out her Instagram, and I had to look like
where is she?
100 pictures before I was like, oh, she's all
I'm
right.
like, who the hell wants to see me? I thought everyone wanted to see my pets. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And you're worried about getting killed. You're worried, like you just answered your own fucking question. What if somebody comes to kill me? And then you're like, what about your Instagram? Well, they don't want to see me, So, all right, they do want to see you. Believe me.
Okay. All right.
Show off all the
I'll try
snakes you
harder.
want. Yeah, show off all the snakes you want, but include the boobs in the picture,
Yes.
right? That'll help the algorithm.
I mean, that's where they sit most of the time, so it's
That's
like a convenient shelf. Yeah.
Because your boobs are like a shelf. It's like a black chick's ass. It's like a fucking So it's No. It's like now the black people are gonna be mad at me.
You're batting 1,000.
Yeah, I know. Fucking A. All right. It is what it is. All right. Jenny Cogs on Instagram, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to throw you back in the green room. Thank you so much for fucking hanging out with me.
Hey, thank you.
We had like 35 people in the room, so this thing will probably end up getting 800 or 900 views. And we did a way of suckering them in because they thought they were going to see some boobs tonight, and they did not see any boobs. So there we go.
I mean, they're there. They're always there.
Yeah, fucking yeah. You could. Listen, I'm a big fan. Okay, I'm more of a fan of your boobs than I am of your animals.
Well, I'm a fan of your hat and of you.
This hat has gotten me laid so much, if you believe it or not.
I figured it would.
This stupid fucking hat, this dumb fucking hat, fucking has gotten me so fucking laid, and I love it. That's why I wear it all the time. I even have another one over there. I don't fuck around. So I'm gonna be the hat, not the pin hat guy, but the fucking where's Tag Reptiles? He came from my tits.
Oh,
and they're remarkably not that big. Tag, I'm sorry. I don't even think I would need a bra if I was a woman.
Good
so
for you.
I just, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, but I'm almost 50. All right, fucking believe me, nobody wants to see my tits. All right, so fucking, it's just the worst. Anyway, Jen, thanks again. I'm gonna throw you back in the green room. Just hang out for 2 minutes, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, babe. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right. So, yeah, that was that. Okay. I hope everybody had fun. Look, there's 36 people in here now. What the fuck are you watching this fucking show for? Listen, I want to thank Shaq for showing up tonight. He bought his own tits. Maybe he's one of those trans testicles. I don't know. But anyway, Shaq, you're still invited to be on the 15 minutes. Lily, thank you for showing up. Fucking kitties, thank you for fucking always coming and fucking showing support. Tag, thanks. I noticed that you got a little competition because that other fucking dude did the Bob's Balls tattoo on him. So now I think you got to do a Small Town Exotics tattoo on you. All right, Glenn. All right, Troy, thank you for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Jana, thanks. Patricia, fucking even Will, this fucking whore. Fucking every week his podcast subject is changing. So I don't even know what the fuck to say to Will anymore, man. All right. Mike, thank you for fucking chilling and hanging out with me. Thank you for doing the contest. Zach, fucking just fucking killing it, fucking showing off the 8-year-old fucking Snakes in the Fatman tee at Tinley. So I appreciate that. Gerald, you fucking rock. Your wife rocks more, but you rock too. So thanks, everybody. Go visit the sponsors. Go follow Jen on Instagram. And I'm going to play this dumb little intro again as the outro just because, I just need some time to fill. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Good night. Oh, don't forget to watch Bronx Down Under on Tuesday. With me, Luke, and Brian. That show seems to be doing pretty fucking well, and I'm pretty happy with it. We got some big announcements that are going to happen on Tuesday. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to end this with the Bronx Down Under fucking intro because I'm fucking like that, and it's my show. I could do what I want. Fucking catch me outside. How about that?
game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it was the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon.